Dear students, today we will do Chapter 8 Physical and Chemical Changes. Physical changes are those changes in which no new substance is formed, but some changes like change in shape, change in size, color, and state may take place. Examples of physical changes are tearing of paper, melting of ice, etc. In chemical changes, new substance is formed with different chemical properties. It is also called chemical reaction. Rusting of iron is a chemical change. Reddish brown, powdery substance formed on some iron object is called rust, and the process is called rusting. Rusting takes place in the presence of air and water. So when any iron object is kept in open, it comes in contact with air and moisture and it gets rusted. We can write it in the form of chemical reaction. When iron reacts with oxygen of air and water present in air, it forms iron oxide. This iron oxide is rust. So in this reaction, iron, oxygen and water are reactants and iron oxide is product. New substance is formed, so it is chemical change or chemical reaction. Prevention of rusting. We need to prevent rusting because rusting damages iron objects. We can prevent rusting by applying a coat of oil or grease or paint. When any iron object is coated with these things, this iron object will not come in contact with air and moisture, so it will not get rusted. Second method for prevention of rusting is galvanization. It is process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is called galvanization. When zinc is deposited on iron, this layer of zinc prevents iron from coming in contact with air and moisture and hence prevents rusting. Next topic is characteristics of chemical reactions. When chemical reaction takes place, there are some observations. Either gas is evolved in the form of bubbles, or color of the product is changed, energy is used or given out. So this type of observations are called characteristics of chemical reactions. So what are characteristics of chemical reactions? First, evolution of gas. Second, change of color. Third, formation of precipitate. Fourth, change in energy. Fifth, change of state. So first observation is evolution of gas. When any chemical reaction takes place, gas may be evolved. Any gas may be given out. And that evolution of gas is in the form of effervescence, means in the form of formation of bubbles. For example, if we take calcium carbonate in a test tube, then we add hydrochloric acid in it. effervescence takes place, bubble formation takes place, new products are formed. These new products are calcium chloride, water, and carbon dioxide. So the bubble formation is due to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide gas is given out. Second example, if we take zinc granules in a test tube and then we add sulfuric acid, new products are formed, zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is released. So in this reaction, evolution of gas takes place. Next characteristic is change in color. In some chemical reactions, color of reactants changes. When new product is formed, color of change takes place. For example, if we heat copper carbonate, if we take copper carbonate in a china dish and we heat that, copper oxide is formed and carbon dioxide gas is given out. Copper carbonate is green in color. After heating, we can observe change in color, that is, green color changes to black color. So change in color takes place in some chemical reactions. Second example, if we heat lead nitrate, which is white in color, after heating it becomes yellow because new product lead oxide is formed with nitrogen dioxide gas and oxygen gas. Next is formation of precipitate. Now what is this precipitate? Precipitate is insoluble substance present in liquid, semi-solid substance present in liquid. For example, if we add iron chloride and ammonium hydroxide, iron hydroxide is formed and ammonium chloride is formed. So in this we can see precipitates in liquid. So in this reaction, precipitate formation takes place. If reaction takes place between copper sulfate and hydrogen sulfide, new products are formed, copper sulfide and sulfuric acid. And we can observe precipitates of copper sulfide in sulfuric acid. Means sulfuric acid is in the form of liquid and copper sulfide precipitates can be seen. So there is formation of precipitate in these reactions. Next observation is change in energy. Change in energy happens in most of the reactions. But in some reactions, energy is used, and in other reactions, energy is given out. If energy is given out in the form of heat, if energy is given out in the form of heat, then it is called exothermic reaction. In exothermic reactions, heat is given out. For example, when we burn anything, burning takes place only in the presence of oxygen, and all the combustible substances have one major constituent, carbon. All the combustible substances have carbon. Burning takes place in the presence of oxygen. So what is burning? Reaction of carbon with oxygen. So when carbon reacts with oxygen, carbon dioxide gas is formed and heat is given out. So this is exothermic reaction. When burning takes place, burning happens in the presence of oxygen and combustible substances have carbon. So carbon reacts with oxygen during burning and gives out heat. When we burn anything, heat is produced. When we burn wood, heat is produced. When LPG gas is burnt in kitchen, heat is produced. So that is the reaction. Means carbon reacts with oxygen. It gives out heat. So this type of reaction is called exothermic reaction. One more example of exothermic reaction. If we take calcium oxide in a test tube, add water in it, and after that, if we touch the test tube, it gets warm because heat is produced in this reaction. When we add water in calcium oxide, the test tube becomes warm as heat is produced in this reaction. So it is exothermic reaction. In some reactions, heat is absorbed. In some reactions, heat is absorbed. This type of reactions are called endothermic reactions. For example, if carbon and sulfur are added, new product carbon disulfide is formed and heat is absorbed. So this reaction we write as minus heat. If reaction between nitrogen and oxygen takes place, in this reaction also heat is absorbed. So these are endothermic reactions. There may be change of state. We know that there are generally 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In any chemical reaction, we can observe change of state. During the electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water is a process when small amount of sulfuric acid is added in water and electric current is passed through that. We take water in a beaker, we add small amount of sulfuric acid, then we pass electric current through it. The process is called electrolysis. During electrolysis, hydrogen gas is given out, oxygen gas is given out. So what are new products? Hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Water is liquid, hydrogen is gas, oxygen is gas. So we can observe change of state. Now, when hydrogen burns in the presence of oxygen, water is formed. Here also we can observe change in state. Hydrogen is gas, oxygen is gas. In case of new products, water is liquid. So we observe change of state.